In our lessons on sorting algorithms so far, we have talked about three of the sorting algorithms, that is selection sort, bubble sort and insertion sort. Now in this lesson, we are going to talk about another sorting algorithm named quicksort. The quicksort works on the divide and conquer principle. First, it partitions the list of elements into two sublists based on an pivot element. All elements in the first sublist are arranged to be smaller than the pivot, while all elements in the second sublist are arranged to be larger than the pivot. The same partitioning and arranging process is performed repeatedly on the resulting sublist until the whole list of items are sorted. Also, the important thing is, here it is going to be using the concept of divide and conquer. So it means that before starting the concept of quicksort, first we should know what is the meaning of divide and conquer. So this is the simple example how divide and conquer it will be works. So the divide and conquer means it is the one kind of approach. So here the problem is in hand is divided into smaller sub-problems and then each problem is solved independently. When we keep on dividing the sub-problems into even smaller sub-problems, we may eventually reach a stage where no more division is possible. Those atomic smallest possible sub-problems are solved. The solution of all sub-problems is finally merged in order to obtain the solution of an original problem. And that is the thing we are going to be calling as a divide and conquer. Now the thing is, what is the meaning of divide? That is we are going to be calling as a break. This step involves breaking the problem into smaller sub-problems. Sub-problems should represent a part of the original problem. This step generally takes a recursive approach to divide the problem until no subproblem is further divisible. At this stage, subproblems become atomic in nature but still represent some part of the actual problem, and that is the thing we are going to be calling as a divide. Divide means breaking the problem into the subproblem. Now the another thing is we are having, that is we are calling as a conquer. Conquer means we are calling as a solve. This step receives a lot of smaller subproblems to be solved. Generally, at this level, the problems are considered solved on their own. And that is the concept we are calling as a divide and conquer. Now the important thing is, what is the quicksort? So to implement the concept of quicksort, basically there are three steps are there. The first step is we need to find out the pivot element. So the first we need to find out the pivot that divides the array into two sub-arrays. Afterwards, into the left sub-array we are applying the quicksort. Also into the right sub-array we are going to be applying the quicksort. And by using the concept of divide and conquer, we are trying to implement the concept of quicksort. Now the thing is, what is the meaning of pivot? So here pivot, it is a one kind of variable we are considering in our algorithm, that is the quicksort. The pivot is an item in a list that becomes the point of comparison. With the pivot, we begin the partition the current list into two smaller lists with the pivot acting as the central point of comparison. And when we are going to implement the concept of quicksort, so the first element from a list or the last element from a list or any middle element from a list we can consider as a pivot element. So in this particular session we are taking the pivot as the first element from a given list. So now the thing is how to implement the quicksort algorithm. So here we need to check what is the meaning of or how to implement the quicksort algorithm. So before starting with the quicksort algorithm, we need to consider the three variables. One is we are calling as a pivot variable, another one is we are going to be calling as a left, and third one we are going to be calling as a right. So the pivot element, like the first element from a given array, last element from a given array, or any middle element from a given array we can consider as a pivot. And in our example, we are taking the first position element as a pivot element. Afterwards, we need to identify the left as well as the right. So the left variable points to the low index of array and the right variable to the points to the high index of a given array. So initially we need to set pivot as a first element, left as a low index element and right as a high index element. So consider the example, we are having the array index like 0, 1, 2, 3 up to the 5 and we are having the array elements like 5, 2, 6, 1, 3 and 4. So initially first pivot, the first position element we are going to be calling as a pivot. Afterwards, left variable points to the first position element and the right variable it is going to be points to the last position, that is a high index position into the given array. So initially we need to set the value of pivot, the value of left as well as the value of right. So after identifying the pivot, left as well as the right, so what is the work of left and what is the work of right? So the working of left and right is, the left, it is a less than pivot, then we need to move to the right. If the value of right it is greater than pivot, then we need to move to the left. So like consider into the previous example, here the value of left right now it is the 5, also value of pivot it is a 5. If the value of left it is less than pivot, in that case we need to move to the right, and if the value of right it is going to be compared with the pivot and if the value of right it is greater than pivot, in that case we need to move to the left. That is the main work of left as well as the right. Now the thing is, if the both value of left as well as the right does not match with each other, it means that if both are not going to comes with the same position, in that case we need to swap, that is a pivot with the left as well as the right. So at the end, if the value of left is greater than or equal to right, it means that the left and right both are going to becomes at the same position, then that particular point we are going to be calling as a new pivot. And after getting the new pivot, like consider this is a pivot element we received here, so left subarray as well as we are getting the right subarray, this one we are going to be calling as a sorted position. So again we need to apply the quick sort and to the left subarray and we need to apply the quick sort onto the right subarray. So like that we are going to be implementing the concept of quick sort. So this is the one simple example. One more we have taken here. So in this example, the last element we have considered as a pivot element. So after getting the final position of the pivot element into the left subarray, also into the right subarray, so we can see here all the elements from the left subarray are smaller than pivot and all the elements into the right subarray are greater than pivot. Afterwards, again here we need to apply the quick sort. Here also we need to apply the quick sort. So again here we will get the pivot element. Again we need to divide like a left subarray and right subarray. So all the elements into the left subarray are smaller than pivot and all the elements into the right side are greater than pivot element. Again here we need to apply the quick sort. Here also we need to apply the quick sort. So here also we can say after getting the pivot, all the elements into the left side are smaller elements and all the elements to the right side are the greatest element than pivot element. So again here we need to apply the quick sort. So like that, by using the concept of divide and conquer, we are trying to solve or we are trying to implement the concept of quick sort. So let us say take one simple example to implement the concept of quick sort, and the pivot element here we are considering the first element from a given array list. So consider in an array we are having the 6 elements like 5, 2, 6, 1, 3, 4, and here we need to arrange all the elements in ascending order using the quick sort algorithm. So here this is our array and all the array elements are in unsorted list. Array index it is going to be start from the 0 to 5 and the array elements like we are having 5, 2, 6, 1, 3 and 4. So first initially we need to consider the left, afterwards we need to consider the right, and afterwards we need to find out the pivot. So the first initially pointing to the first element of the array. Afterwards right, initially pointing to the last element of the array, and the pivot initially pointing to the first element from a array. So here we have identified the left, right as well as the pivot. Now we will apply the quick sort on this particular array. So we are having the left, right as well as the pivot. So already we know that what is the work of left, what is the work of right. Like once again we'll tell you, like if the value of left is less than pivot, then we need to move to the right. If the value of right is greater than pivot, we need to move to the left. If both left as well as the right does not match, it means that both are not going to be comes on the same location. In that case, we need to swap pivot with the left or right. If the value of left is greater than or equal to right, it means that the value of left and right, it will becomes to the same position. So that point we are going to be calling as a new pivot, and again we need to apply the quick sort onto the left sub array as well as right sub array of the new pivot point. So here right now we need to remember, like the right side of the pivot we are having the greater elements, and to the left side we are having the smaller element. So right now as the pivot is pointing to the left, so directly we will start from the right. It means that we need to move towards left. So here the value of the pivot is 5, the value of the right is 4. So already we know the rule. Like if the value of right is greater than pivot, then we need to move to the left. Here the value of right is 4, the value of the pivot is 5. So the value of right is smallest than 4. In that case, we got the value of left as well as the right, and both are not into the same position. In that case, we need to swap pivot with the right. So the pivot and right both are going to be swapped with each other. So right it will becomes to the value of the right, that is a 4, it will becomes to the first position, and the pivot it will be goes to the last position. Now we got that is a pivot into the last element, and right and pivot at the same location, and left we are having into the first location. So right now the value of 5 it is going to be considered, and left it is going to be considered as a 4. So already we know that what is the rule of left. Left means if the value of left is less than pivot, then we need to move to the right. So here the value of left it is 4, and the value of pivot it is the 5. So value of left it is the smallest than pivot. In that case we need to move to the right. So we move to the left one position towards the right. So left it will becomes here. Again the value of left right now it is 2. So we need to compare with the pivot. The value of left it is 2. It is the smallest than pivot, that is the 5. In that case we need to move left one position towards right. So left it will becomes over here. Now again the value of left it is going to be compared with the pivot. The value of left it is the 6, and it is the greatest element than pivot 5. In that case we need to swap pivot as well as the left. So pivot and left it is going to be swapped with each other and move the pivot to the left. Right now pivot and left both are at the same position, right, their own position. So now pivot is pointing to the left, so we'll start from the right and we move towards the left. So for the right already we know the condition, like if right is greater than pivot, then we need to move to the left. So the value of pivot is 5, the value of right is 6. So here right it is greater than pivot. In that case we need to move one position towards left. So right it will becomes here. Again the pivot is 5, right is 3. So the right value of right is less than 3. In that case we are not moving anywhere. So we got the value for the left as well as the right, and we need to swap the pivot with the right. So pivot it is going to be swapped with the right, and also move pivot element to the right. So again the pivot and right both are at the same position. So we got the pivot as well as the right. Now we are going to be considering the left element. So already we know that if the value of left is less than pivot, in that case we need to move to the right. The value of pivot is 3. The value of left is, that is pivot is 5. Value of left is 3. In that case left it is a less than pivot. In that case we need to move one position towards right. Again the left and pivot, it is going to be compared with each other. The value of pivot is 5, the value of left is 1. So 1 is smaller than pivot. Again we need to move 1 towards to the right. Now here we can say that the both left and right are pointing at the same element of the array. So in this situation, the 5 is the pivot and is at their sorted position. Now elements of the left are smaller than the pivot, so it means that 4, 2, 3, 1 are smaller than the pivot, that is the 5, and elements right of the pivot are greatest element than pivot, like 6 it is greatest than pivot. So the pivot has divided the array into two sub-array, that is the left sub-array as well as the right sub-array. So now we are going to be applying the quick sort onto the left sub-array and right sub-array. First we will check the example for the right sub-array. So in the right sub-array only one single element is there, so we can say this particular thing is sorted. So right now we got the two elements like 5 and 6 are now sorted. So let us consider the left sub-array. So again we need to apply the quick sort. So the pivot we are calling as a first position element, left we are going to be calling as a first position element, and the right we are going to be calling as a last position element. Again here the pivot and left at the same position, then we'll go for the right. So already we know the rule of right, that is if value of right it is greater than pivot, then we need to move to the left. The value of pivot is 4, the value of left is 1, that is our right is 1. So in that case we are going to be considering the value of right, it is smallest than pivot. So here we need to do the swap with the pivot as well as the right. So here after swapping, pivot also move to the right position. Now the pivot as well as the right are looking for the same condition, that is the same position. In that case we need to consider for the right, that is the left. So left it is going to be compared with the pivot, the value of the left is 1 and the value of pivot is 4. So both are going to be compared, and already we know the rule for the left. If the left is less than pivot, then we need to move to the right. So value of the left is 1, value of the pivot is 4, then we need to move to the right. Again, that is the left and pivot are going to be compared with each other. Pivot is equal to 4 and left is equal to 2. So value of the left is less than pivot. In that case, we need to move to the right side. Again, the left it is going to be compared with the pivot. The value of the left it is smallest than pivot. Again we need to move to the right side. So here both the left and right are pointing at the same element of the array. So in that case the 4 is the pivot and is at the sorted position. So 4 also we are going to be calling as a sorted position. Now because of the pivot we got the left elements are smaller than pivot, also we got the left sub-array. Into the right sub-array already all the elements are in sorted order. So pivot has divided the array into two sub-array, that is the left sub-array and right sub-array, but right sub-array already in sorted order, so we need to consider only to the left sub-array, and again we are going to applying the quick sort algorithm onto the left sub-array. So again while trying to implementing the quick sort onto the left sub-array, first we need to consider there is a first position element as a pivot, afterwards the first position element as a left and the last position element as a right. So again here we need to apply the quick sort algorithm and we need to find out the pivot elements. Again we need to divide and conquer these all the elements based on or applying the quick sort, and we need to sort these elements into the sorted array like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like that the quick sort algorithm it is going to be works. So if you want to solve the example for the quick sort, so one more video I have prepared like how to solve the quick sort, and the video link I have given into the description. So there we can go and we can check like how to solve the quick sort algorithm. Now the thing is the complexity of the quick sort algorithm. So it is very important to do the analysis of any sorting algorithms. So here we are trying to analyze the complexity for the quick sort. For an array, in which partitioning leads to unbalanced subarrays to an extent where on the left side there are no elements with all elements greater than the pivot hinge on the right side. And if on getting unbalanced subarray, then the running time is the worst case, which is big O of n square. Whereas if partitioning leads to almost equal subarrays, then the running time is the best, with time complexity is big O of n log n. It means that the worst case time complexity is big O of n square, and the best case and average case time complexity for the quicksort is big O of n log n. As well as the space complexity for the quicksort algorithm is big O of n into log n. As we know that if subarrays partitioning produced after partitioning are unbalanced, quicksort will take more time to finish. If someone knows that you pick the last index as a pivot all the time, they can intentionally provide you with array which will result in worst case running time for quicksort. To avoid this, you can pick random pivot element too. It won't make any difference in the algorithm, as all you need to do is pick a random element from the array, swap it with element at the last index, make it pivot and carry on the quicksort. So space required by quicksort is very less, only big O of n log n additional space is required. Quicksort is not a stable sorting technique, so it might change the occurrences of two similar elements in the list while sorting. So at the end we need to check the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the quicksort algorithm. So the advantages are like it is in place since it uses only small auxiliary stack. Also it will requires only n, that is a big O of n log n times to sort n items, as well as it is extremely short in inner loop, and this algorithm has been subjected to through mathematical analysis. A very precise statement can be made about performance issue. And the disadvantage, that it is a recursive, especially if recursion is not available, the implementation is extremely complicated and it requires the quadratic, that is a big O of n square time in the worst case, and it is fragile, that is a simple mistake in the implementation can go unnoticed and cause it to perform badly. Also, the quicksort is regarded as the best sorting algorithm. This is because of its significant advantage in terms of efficiency, because it is able to deal well with the huge list of items. Because it sorts in place, no additional storage is required as well. The slight disadvantage of quicksort is that the worst case performance is similar to average case performances of bubble sort, insertion sort or selection sort. In general, the quicksort produces the most effective and widely used method of sorting a list of any item size. So today we have learned the quicksort, like how to solve a problem by using the quicksort algorithm. Also, what are the advantages as well as the disadvantages of the quicksort algorithm. Thank you one and all.